Well, hello and welcome to this week's Monday Moments. And I am coming to you from a place that maybe you've forgotten what it looks like. And that is sitting in the Community Players Auditorium in one of the actual auditorium seats, sitting here surrounded by a bunch of empty seats. But I'm here in the auditorium this week to talk to you about a whole bunch of things that are going to be happening, and the fact that in about a month from now, you will be able, yes, you, watching this video right now, will be able to sit in one of these seats again to come and see a show. And I'm going to talk more about that here right now. So I am excited, actually, to announce that we are going to be doing a special event, a special production of a play called The Outrageous Adventures of Sheldon and Mrs. Levine. It is a really funny two-person show that is written to be, if you're familiar with the shows like Love Letters, where it's basically two characters reading letters back and forth to each other, that's what this show is, except it's about a ridiculous adventures of a mother and a son who are both trying to avoid each other, but also trying to manipulate the other one into doing what they want. So that is a show that we are going to be producing as a special event coming up on August 7th. And so it's going to be August 7th, and it's going to have a 2-week run here in the Community Players Theater. And so with that, we are going to be having a whole bunch of precautions that we're taking. As you see right now, you see there's all these empty seats and rows of seats. Well, half these seats are literally going to go away. We are going to take out every other row so that it's going to be easier to move to two seats. Our seating capacity is going to be limited to about 50% of our actual room capacity. So you'll be able to be safe when you come to see a show. And so take a look, because this might be the last time you see all the seats here for a little while. So that is going to be this special event show that we are going to be producing a month from like tomorrow. But that means, oh my gosh, we need to cast it. Excuse me. And so we are having auditions a week from today. I am excited to announce that we are auditioning The Outrageous Adventures of Sheldon and Mrs. Levine coming up on next Monday and Tuesday. That show is going to has two actors, a man and a woman. The woman, she needs to be in her 50s or older, and the man is supposed to be in he's written as 31, so late 20s, early 30s. And that is a show that also you don't have to worry about memorizing all of it, because as it is a series of letters back and forth, they're actually reading most of those on stage. There's some memorization involved, but you're gonna have they're writing in their journals, and so you don't have to memorize it as much. So if you're interested in auditioning for that show, that's going to be coming up next Monday and Tuesday. Also, speaking of auditions and shows, we are shifting up what we're doing a little bit. We are still hoping and planning to open the regular 2020-2021 season in September. And instead of opening with Music Man like we had originally talked about, we are instead going to open with the play Silent Sky, because that is a cast of 4 women and 1 man. And so we're going to open with that show first instead of a big show with a huge cast and risking people all being gathered here. So we're going to open with Silent Sky. But here's something that we have never done before, at least that I can remember. We are going to be auditioning 2 shows at once next week. So yes, you heard that right, 2 shows at once. We're going to be auditioning. What are we auditioning, kids? Come on, say it. The Outrageous Adventures of Sheldon and Mrs. Levine. Levine, I gotta look up how to pronounce that. Anyway, we're going to be auditioning that show, but then we are also going to be auditioning and casting Silent Sky at the same time. So we're casting both of those shows The Outrageous Adventures is going to could possibly start rehearsals actually next week as soon as possible after the auditions. And Silent Sky will start auditions about a week after that, or start rehearsals about a week after that. And that will be a full production. That's the plan for the audition. Now, what's going to happen with these auditions is that we are requiring anyone who wants to audition for either of these shows next Monday and Tuesday, you have to sign up for an audition slot. And you can go to our website, click the auditions tab, participate, and then auditions, and you can sign up for an audition time slot. I will also put a link to the auditions, to sign up for auditions in the comment section of this video. So you have to sign up for an audition time slot for next Monday and Tuesday. And everyone is going to be spaced out. We are only taking one person per 5-minute slot. So at 7 o'clock, there's one person signed up to be here for the auditions. 7:05, a second person. We are requiring also that you do not come any sooner than 15 minutes prior to your audition time slot. So that's how that's going to work. Also, we are requiring that everyone coming to the auditions wear facial covering. You will have your temperature checked at the door. This is all part of our implementing our volunteer safety procedures. And so that is going to happen when you come to audition, but then when you come into the auditorium and you are on the stage, so I'll be sitting like in this seat, but then when you come in the auditorium to actually do your auditions, then you can take your mask off, because as you can see, you'll be down there on the stage, and we are much further than 6 feet apart if you're down on the stage. So it'll be safe for you to take your mask off for those auditions down on the stage. I keep reminding you, but next Monday and Tuesday, auditions for The Outrageous Adventures of Sheldon and Mrs. Levine and Silent Sky. Auditioning and casting 2 shows at once. I have gone insane. I have gone bonkers. Casting 2 shows at once, starting rehearsals for 2 shows at once, because I'm directing both of those productions. And you know why I've gone this crazy? Is because it's been since October since I've directed anything. And I'm about to go absolutely bonkers if I don't start working on something. So that's how all these auditions are going to work. And that's the official announcement of this special bonus event in our CP Standby series. I'm looking at my notes here. But I also want to mention that coming up this weekend, Jeff Porter is doing his fundraising run for community players. He is doing, it's called an ultra marathon or a mega ultra marathon. And I don't know, he's running much further than I normally drive in a day. And so he's going to be running starting on Saturday morning, and he is also going to be doing Facebook Live videos on our Facebook page. I think it's every hour during the run. So we're giving him access to the Community Players Facebook page, and he is going to be doing live updates throughout his run on Saturday morning. I think he said he's starting at 5:30 in the morning. So I don't think you'll have anyone watching him there at 5:30 in the morning. But when you wake up much later in the day, then you can watch Jeff and look at his progress there. Also, don't forget to support Jeff in his fundraising run. I think he's only $50 short right now of hitting his $2,000 goal. And so I will also put a link to his GoFundMe campaign in the comments below so that you can support Jeff as he supports community players. Let's see, I'm looking at my notes here because there was just a lot going on that you needed to know about. Okay, one final thing that I want to mention as we wrap up here today is that you might be wondering, well, what about Mamma Mia, Jamie? I thought you said that we were going to do Mamma Mia in the summer still. Well, COVID-19 had other plans. So, Mamma Mia, we are still going to produce that show, but after a lengthy consideration and conversation, the board of directors and myself, we have decided that since so many people are interested in that show and want to be involved and want to come see it, we are going to put the show off even further so that as many people in the community as possible can participate in that show. So I can officially announce the first show of the 2021-2022 season. we will open that season with Mamma Mia. So mark that on your calendars. A year from right now, actually, we will hold auditions for Mamma Mia. So put that on your calendars. Start bedazzling your boots and all that stuff so you can be ready for those auditions a year from now. Because we want to make sure that we can get everyone here safely and participate in that show, because we know people are really excited about it and really want to participate in it. So that's how we're going to try and make that happen for the community. Yes, so to recap, what is the special bonus exciting show that we're going to be doing this year? Come on, class, say it with me, or type it in the comments, or like or something. It's Outrageous Adventures of Sheldon and Mrs. Levine. And we are also going to be auditioning that and the new season opener, Silent Sky, coming up next Monday and Tuesday. Go to our website and sign up for those auditions. You have to sign up for audition time slot in order to audition for these shows. Also, a quick reminder that Outrageous Adventures of etc., 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 that show is going to be performed not completely memorized, because it's written to be a semi-reading, as they are reading letters back and forth to each other. So if you're worried about all the memorization and the fact that the show is going to go up in less than a month, big parts of it won't have to be memorized. All right, I have rambled on enough here. Oh, but also don't forget to support Jeff Porter's fundraiser run coming up this Saturday, and also the fact that you now know, you are the first people to know officially that Mamma Mia will open next season. Not this coming season, but the following season we will open Mamma Mia. Season ticket holders, you will get a letter in the mail explaining exactly how that's going to work if you had a season ticket this year, and how you can still use that to see Mamma Mia in a year from now. I almost forgot of something else too. If you were a season ticket holder for the 1920 season, hey, guess what? You can use one of your punches to see the outrageous adventures of Sheldon and his mom coming up in a month from now. So your punches will be good for that show, because it's a bonus show, but we're letting your punches be good for that. All right. Whew, that was a lot. That was a heck of a lot, especially for late in the day on Monday. But the reason that we didn't do this until later in the day is because we were finalizing some things. It's also why there was no Monday Moment last week. In case you were wondering if you missed it, no, you didn't miss Monday Moments last week. We just didn't do one because we were busy with a whole bunch of other things and planning. I think I've read like 25 shows to find this one show, The Outrageous Adventures of Sheldon and His Mom, that we can do for you to bring you some live entertainment once again here at Community Players a month from now. All right, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, put them in the comments and I will eventually get around to addressing those. All right, so thanks a lot and we will see you next week.